Me tomorrow in the office. Hey, let me buy it for you next time.